guys, and welcome back to While You Were Cleaning. So today I have some very exciting news to share with you. I have been waiting for almost 2 months now to share this news with you, and it's been eating me up a little bit. But this is not my first time going through this process that we're going to talk about today. And so I wanted to make sure I waited a little bit longer till we got to a certain point before I shared anywhere. I haven't even shared, I mean, my family knows, but I haven't shared with a lot of people just yet. And so I wanted to make sure that we got to a certain point before I shared it with you so that I could give you a definite thing, not just, well, this might happen, this might not happen. In case you're wondering, no, I am not pregnant. I feel like this intro makes it sound a little bit like I'm pregnant, but I'm not. I'm not saying I'm never going to have any more kids. I can't say for sure that I can, I don't know about definites when it comes to having kids, or having more kids, I guess. But today I want to share with you all about our new exciting news of buying a new home. I am so excited to share this with you. Like I said, have been waiting for so long. And so today I just wanted to this is just a bonus video. I'm not doing any DIYs today, but today I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what brought us to the point of wanting to purchase a new home and, all the factors that went into that, and then what it might mean for this channel, especially for over the next month or two. It may affect this channel. And so I wanted to make sure that we talked a little bit about this exciting announcement, surprise. Hopefully I didn't play it up too much for you, but I'm excited to share. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about it. Let me know down in the comments if at any point during this video or after this video is over, if you have any questions about our process of buying a new home. And we'll talk a little bit later on about potential of further videos to go along with this one. But I'm excited to share, and we will go ahead and we'll get into the story. All right, so let's first talk about our reasons for wanting to buy a new home and go through the process of moving. In order to explain to you really why we want a new home, I kind of have to explain to you why we purchased the home that we currently live in. So we bought this home almost 8 years ago now. We started the process just about 8 years ago now. And when we bought this home, my husband worked 5 or 10 minutes down the road. We also were going to be helping with starting a church that was in this city or within 5 or 10 minutes of where we live right now. And so since buying this home, my husband has gotten a few promotions at his job. He now works 30 minutes away. And the church that we helped start, instead of starting in this town, we actually got a building and we started in a city that's 30 minutes away in the same direction as my husband's work. So the church starting, that happened first. And so driving 30 minutes to church was worth it in order to be closer to my husband's work where he went daily. And so, driving that extra time to church didn't really affect us buying this home. But once he got that promotion and his job was then 30 minutes in the same direction as church, it just made sense for us to start looking for a new home in that area. And that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. When we bought this house 8 years ago, it was 2012, and the market was really bad. Our house has doubled in value since we purchased it. And that's not because of the updates that we've made. it's just because the market has gotten so much better. And so when my husband got his promotion, I thought that was a couple years ago now, but he just said recently it was like 4 years ago. So I don't know where all that extra time has gone. But when he got that promotion and it was in the same direction as our church, I started looking for homes in that direction to move into because it just made sense for us. Also, since buying this house, we have had 3 children. We had 0 children when we moved into this home. Now, we chose to buy this home because we were planning on having children, and it would have cost so much more to rent a place than to buy a home. And so it made sense for us to buy a home instead of renting and paying extra for another bedroom because we were having a child. And so we did have a child within a year of moving into this house, our first child. But so we've had 3 kids. Also, a few years ago, I started this YouTube channel. And so there's been that change as well since moving into this home. So we have outgrown it, and it has made sense for us to move to something bigger, to move closer to church and to my husband's work. And so I started, looking at houses. I signed up. There's a few different websites where you can sign up to have, sorry, I'm still sick. There's a few different websites where you can sign up to have homes emailed to you, and you can put in criteria of what you're looking for, and they will email you when a new home comes on the market. And so I've been getting those for a long time now, but something that I noticed was the homes that we could purchase. I really wanted some land, and I also wanted a bigger home, and it was kind of like you couldn't have both. You either got the small house on a big piece of land, or you got the big house on a small piece of land, or you got the nice updated house. I'm sorry, I need my coffee. Just a moment. Okay, like I was saying, you got the nice updated house, but it was on a small piece of land. Or you got the house that was really run down, but it was on a big piece of nice land. And so it was, something to consider when looking for these homes. Another thing that I noticed is that with the value of homes going up over the last 8 years, what we could afford moving in that direction was really just the same size home as what we currently have. So it wasn't benefiting us very much to make such a move when we were paying such a low mortgage on our house now. So it was just a timing issue, just waiting for that right time to move, waiting for that right property to come along. So it was years of waiting and looking. And then finally, just this past fall, I asked my husband, can you go and see exactly how much we are approved for a home? Because I want to make sure that I am looking at the right properties and I'm looking at something that's actually in our price range. So he did that, and that helped me to be able to look at things that fit us a little bit better. And then sometime in the beginning of November, I got an email of a home that had just dropped in price, and it was in our price range. And I really liked it. It was a good sized home, and it was on a nice piece of land. But within just a few days, it started pending sale. And that was, I think I said, at the beginning of November. So that's when the market normally starts slowing down in our area. People don't really want to buy in the wintertime because we're in the north. So people don't normally buy in the wintertime here. And so started pending sale, and then it was a little bit disappointing. And then we went to Christmas with family. We came back, and I got an email again. It was that same house had come back on the market. And I told my husband, we should go and we should see this house. And I think just within that last week too, he had met a realtor who had come into his work, because we didn't have a realtor either. We were looking, but we weren't like, we hadn't been approved yet until last fall. We didn't have a realtor. So if we did find something, we had to find a realtor first. But he had just met a realtor and he liked her. She seemed like, she knew what she was doing. And so she took us to see this home. We saw it on a Tuesday. On Friday, I went back to the home with our realtor and her partner. He's, I guess, also considered our realtor because they work as a pair. And then a contractor that they knew who could come and look at the home and see what kind of work we would have to do on it. And then the very next day, on Saturday, we went in and we put in an offer on the home. So it all happened very fast. And this was the middle of January. So the sellers needed an extended closing. So that's why I've been waiting to tell you about it, because I wanted to wait until everything went through with the bank so that I knew for sure that everything was done. We are actually going to close on this house. We are going to get this house because we have about a 90-day closing, and now we're within that last month or so of closing. And so it was a good time now because we are done with everything with the bank. Now we're just waiting on the sellers and for us to finalize a closing date so that we can move in. So it happened very fast, and this house, I am so excited about it. At the end of this video, I will share some pictures of the home. It does need some work. It has, I think, wallpaper in every room, so that's going to be a lot to work on. Within the next few months or so, we're hoping to take down the wallpaper and paint. We're hoping to replace some of the flooring because a lot of the flooring on the main floor, every single room is a different type of flooring. So that's something we want to replace and update before we get all of our stuff in there. So we just have to wait till we get through, the closing process so we can see how much money we have left after all of that is done. So it's been very exciting. Like I said, I'll share some pictures with you, some of my favorite parts of the home. I am excited to share with you the updates that we are going to make on the home. I do want to share those on this channel. I want to make affordable updates to the home until we're to the point where we can put some real money into the house, because the area that it's in, this house is what you would consider the worst house on the best block. So it's the type of house that you want to buy, because when you put money into updating it, it's really going to add to the value. The houses around it are worth a good $100,000 more than the house that we are buying. And so putting the right updates into this house is really going to add to the value. But until then, I am going to be making until we can afford to do that, I am going to be making some affordable updates that I will be sharing with you, that maybe if you're in the same place as we are and you don't have that money to really put in a large sum into your house, it will give you some ideas of what you can do that would be affordable. And so I'm excited to share all of that with you. I'm going to add that to this channel as I work on those projects, and I will continue all of my other DIYs and my shopping. I am moving another half hour away from my favorite Dollar Tree. So we're gonna definitely have to make some trips over to my favorite Dollar Tree still, at least once a month, because it's amazing. And so that's the hardest part of this move, is moving a half hour away from that Dollar Tree. But there are still some great Dollar Trees down in that direction, and there's some other stores like thrift stores and things like that I can share with you as well, and I'm excited to do those. So this house, it is about 2,000 square feet, and it has an extra bedroom of what we have now It has an actual dining room. It actually has 2 dining spaces. Right now, this room that I am sitting in, I don't know if I've shared this before, I feel like I have, but this room that I'm sitting in, it is our living room, it is our dining room. It is the room that we homeschool in. It is also the room that I film in because it has the best light. But in the new home, all of those things are going to have their own space, and I am so excited about that. I'm going to have a separate living room, a separate dining room, a separate room for homeschooling, and I will have my own room for filming in. And so I'm excited to have all of that space. But I just wanted to share with you in this video kind of those different things that went into our process of wanting to move, and share with you the fact that it's going to be very busy for us over the next month or so. So that may affect how many videos I can put up on this channel. You know, if you are interested in seeing any videos as far as the moving process goes, let me know down in the comments. I will share that with you, whether you want me to make a video on it or whether you want me to share it in my YouTube stories or Instagram stories, whatever that might be. I'll be happy to share that with you if that's something that you're interested in. I also wanted to mention, if you are interested in learning about the house buying process, you know, this is our second house buying process that we've gone through. So if you're interested in learning about that, let me know down in the comments about that as well. And I would love to do a video or do a question and answer and share with you a little bit about what it's like to buy a house or a second house. You know, there's some different advantages to buying a second house than buying a first house, and vice versa. So first houses, you know, I feel, you know, are a little bit cheaper, but second houses, you know, there are some advantages to that. And our current house right now, we do plan on renting it. We're going to see how we like it. If we don't like it, then we'll sell it, and we have quite a bit of equity in this house. So, you know, when we do sell it, I will probably get a new kitchen at my new house. But until then, we are going to try our hand at renting. And so if you'd like to know about that process as well, let me know down in the comments. So, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew that what was going on in my life. If I don't get up 2 videos a week, or they're not on normal days, or it's a little bit crazy or over the next month or 2, or if I'm sharing with you house renovating projects, just so you know what is going on and you can understand a little bit better what is happening in our lives right now. Our bathroom project here, I've shared some in my stories here and then over on Instagram. We are renovating our bathroom at this house because we'll be renting, and it was pretty rough. And so I'm going to try to share that with you as well. That's something new to me, you know, filming, you know, renovating projects like that. And so I don't know how well of footage I got in order to share that with you, but we did put in some affordable elements into this bathroom and some different products that I'd be happy to share with you about, you know, what all went into that. But that's why we redid this bathroom just recently, because we are moving and we are going to be renting this house, and it needed an update to the bathroom. So I think that I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. I'm not positive, but if I forgot something, let me know in the comments. But I was excited to share this process with you and this amazing announcement with you. And I'm excited to share with you everything about the new home. And did I even mention that it has 2 acres? I don't know if I mentioned that, but I am excited about that. And I'll try to add a video. It's in a different you know, YouTube videos are in landscape, and this one is a portrait view of my kids playing in the yard at the new house when we went to view it. And so I'll try to share that at the end of this video, because it was just like, as soon as I saw them playing in the yard, I'm like, yep, this is the house for me, because that's that's one of the things that I really wanted. You know, I grew up in houses that had some land with them, and I loved all that space, and that's something I wanted for my kids. And so I'm excited that they're able to have that now. Our house, you know, our yard now isn't tiny. It's a pretty good size for being in town, but the new house and the 2 acres, I'm really excited about that. It is halfway between church and my husband's work, and it's very close to one of our really good friends who also homeschool, so I'm excited to be close to those 3 places. Sad to be far away from Dollar Tree, but I'm excited to be close to those places because it will be an exciting time, and it will be nice to be not have to drive so far to work and to church, and of course to have my own space for videos. I'm hoping that it helps me to be a little bit more organized, but I don't know if that will happen. We'll see. But I thank you for coming and watching this video today, hearing me ramble on a little bit, I'm sure. I think that's all I had to share, and I will share some photos of my favorite parts and portions of the house with you. It does need some updates, so overlook the updates that it needs, and I'll share with you the yard as well because I'm very excited about that. But I hope that this video has been helpful for you. Like I said, leave your questions down in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye.